Mom's got a low education and works a night job. Your son must really have it tough, huh? That's what the leader of the mommy group said, mocking me. But that was a total misunderstanding. The unexpected connection between our family and the leader of the mommy group's family came to light, and she was utterly humiliated. My name is Olivia. I'm 32 years old. I live with my husband and son, just the three of us. My husband James is 36 years old. He's laid back but incredibly dependable when it matters. Our son William is a 14-year-old 8th grader. He's doing great on the soccer team. William had a game today and left early in the morning. I try to support him at his games whenever possible. Seeing him strive gives me so much energy. I couldn't make it to his last game because I was feeling unwell, which is unusual for me. Lately, I've had some days when I'm not feeling well, but today I woke up feeling good, looking forward to watching William's effort. I decided to go and cheer for him. Arriving at the venue, the game was just about to start. Is William playing? Oh, there he is. It seems William started on the bench this game. Even among 8th graders, there are 2 who are really good and made the starting lineup. It looks like the 9th graders usually dominate the game time. William was cheering loudly from the bench, uplifting his teammates even though he wasn't playing. It was proud to see him doing his part. "Oh, Olivia, haven't seen you in a while," said Emma, a parent of a 9th grader. "Hi, I was a bit under the weather last time and couldn't come to cheer." "Oh, really? But William isn't playing, right? You didn't have to push yourself to come. He's an 8th grader, so maybe he'll get a chance later on." "Well, not this year. He plays the same position as my son. Even if you come to cheer, William won't play," she said with a mean smile on her face. The other moms gave a forced laugh, but their eyes seemed to say, "Don't worry about it." Indeed, Emma's son has been good at soccer since 7th grade, and her husband is a company executive, apparently quite wealthy. She's always boasting, and no one really stands up to her, making her kind of the leader. For some reason, she often picks on me. I've been invited to dine with her and other moms from the group a few times. Almost 90% of the conversation is her bragging. Our kids are in different grades. I wish she'd just leave me alone. To be honest, she's not my cup of tea. I don't want to be friends with her. I don't know what she thinks, though. As the game moved into the second half, there was a substitution. William was getting ready on the bench. Wait, is William going in? The substituted player was heading back to the bench. It was Emma's son. William was replacing her son. It was rare for William to play, so this was genuinely exciting. "Yay, go William." I wanted to shout it out loud, but of course that wasn't an option. I was sure she was glaring at me with a terrible look. I could feel her gaze, but I made sure not to look back at her. Still, I was so happy that William was playing that I focused on cheering. As soon as the game ended, I quickly left the venue to avoid her. 2 weeks had passed since I went to cheer for William's game. I've been feeling unwell more often than not sick enough to be bedridden, but my body felt sluggish. What could it be? Then it hit me. Come to think of it, I haven't had my period recently. Yes, my monthly period hadn't come for a while. No way. I laughed to myself, but it wasn't impossible. I bought a pregnancy test while shopping and tried it when I got home. The result was positive. Really? So this was the reason for my unwell feeling. I was surprised. Anyway, I decided to go to the hospital the next day and tell my husband after getting a clear result. The next day, I went to the obstetrician and met the doctor who delivered William after a long time. I felt a bit embarrassed, but I explained my situation. The doctor smiled and said, "Oh my," and proceeded with the examination. Indeed, I was 3 months pregnant. "Congratulations. Take care of yourself and don't overdo it," said the receptionist as I left the obstetric clinic. My husband would certainly be happy, but what about William in his adolescence? Fortunately, he's not in his rebellious phase yet, so he should be happy along with my husband. Thinking about this, I left the clinic and unexpectedly bumped into someone. It was Emma. "Oh, Olivia." "Ah, Emma," I said, the last person I wanted to see. Despite my reluctance, she started talking to me. Looking back and forth between my face and the obstetric clinic, she asked, "At the obstetric clinic? Something wrong?" I hadn't even told my husband about the pregnancy yet. The last thing I wanted was to tell her first. Just feeling a bit unwell, I vaguely replied. Then she smirked maliciously and said, "You're not expecting a second child, are you?" I was a bit surprised but remained calm and replied, "No, it's nothing like that." And with that, I brushed it off. I just wanted to leave quickly, but she kept talking. "By the way, Olivia, I've been meaning to ask, how old are you? You look quite young." I'm 32. "What? 32? So that means William was— I had him when I was 18. I got married right after graduating high school. Didn't go to college." "That's quite rare these days, isn't it?" "Is it? Normally people go to college, right? And I heard from someone that you work a night job." "Well, that's—" She interrupted me as I tried to explain. "Not going to college and working a night job. Poor William, huh? It's a miracle he doesn't behave badly. You don't need to push yourself to come to his games, especially since you're not feeling well. Last time, my son wasn't feeling well, and William just happened to play. He won't be playing in the games anymore." She rattled on and then left. What is with this woman? She doesn't listen to anyone. My happy mood was ruined after meeting her. When I got home, I pulled myself together and called my husband. "Olivia, what's up?" "Sorry to bother you at work. Is now a good time?" "Yeah, it's fine. I just finished up something. What's going on?" "Don't be shocked. I'm pregnant. 3 months along." "Really?" My husband was surprised, of course. "Yeah, I was surprised too. You've been saying you felt unwell, right? I was worried, but this is a relief." "Yeah, I never thought I was pregnant. I'm looking forward to it. Let's talk to William about it when things are more settled." "Sounds good. Take care of yourself, okay?" "Thanks, I will." The warm conversation with my husband made me completely forget about encountering Emma. Entering the 4th month of pregnancy, my condition stabilized. My belly started showing, and it was time to tell William. I was thinking about it when I heard a noise at the door. William must be back. Usually he would come into the living room saying, "I'm home," but he didn't this time. Wondering, I went to check and found William washing his face in the bathroom. "Welcome back, William." "Yeah." William kept the towel pressed to his face and didn't remove it. "Did something happen at school?" The mother's intuition. "Something wrong?" "Yeah." "Are you hurt?" "No, I'm fine." Finally showing his face, William's eyes were red. Then William asked, "Hey, Mom, did you have a baby?" "Why? How did you know that?" "I heard it from a senior. They also said you work at night, and one of your customers is the baby's father." I could see William trying to hold back his tears. "That's not true at all. It's true that Mom was working at night until recently, but you know the kind of work I was doing didn't involve such customers, right?" "Yeah, I didn't believe what the senior said, but others heard it too," William said, beginning to cry. I couldn't help but cry too. "Sorry, William. I didn't mean to upset you. It's true about the baby. We were planning to tell you with Dad once my health got better. But everything else that Senior said is a lie, so don't worry." William seemed reassured, but his response lacked energy. As I expected, the Senior was Emma's son. I don't care what she says about me, but involving William is absolutely unforgivable. I called my husband to tell him about the incident. He left work early to come home. Then my husband and I talked to William again. "William, we're sorry to have upset you. I should have told you sooner." "I feel the same." "It's okay, I understand." "What a kind son. Thank you. Now with Mom getting busy, we both need to step up." "Yes." "My husband is kind too." William's smile returned. "Hey, I'm going to Emma's house. I want to clear things up before the baby comes. I can't forgive her for involving our precious William." "Right, I'll go with you." "Thank you. It's reassuring to have you with me." I called Emma, feeling nervous. I'd messaged her in the soccer team group before, but this was the first time calling her. Emma answered after a few rings. "Emma, this is Olivia." "Olivia? What do you want?" She sounded annoyed. "I'm sorry to bother you, but may I come over to your house?" "What? Suddenly? I'm busy unlike you." Her response was irritating. Please, just a little of your time, I insisted firmly. Seemingly overpowered, she reluctantly agreed. She probably knew why. Her house was just a 5-minute drive from ours. I didn't plan to stay long, so we parked in front of her house and rang the doorbell. Her house was as grand as she boasted. I was nervous, but having my husband beside me was reassuring. She opened the door. Oh, even the husband. What brings you both? I'm busy, so please make it quick. Yes, we intend to be brief. So, what is it today? William was told at school by your son that I'm pregnant and the child is from one of my night jobs customers. That's true, isn't it? It's surprising how James tolerates his wife working at night. Well, a couple who are poorly educated and had a child early on probably lack common sense. Also, you're pregnant, right? I saw you laughing as you came out of the obstetrics clinic. Don't try to fool me. You're 100 years too early for that, she screamed with a demonic expression. What are you saying? That's got nothing to do with William. Shut up. It's too early for your son to even think about taking my son's position. You and your child are just annoying to me. She was probably still upset about William replacing her son in the game. Then my husband spoke up. You seem to be misunderstanding something. Where did you hear about Olivia's night job? Who told you she works at a club? That is, I remember hearing from a friend at the soccer team a while ago. Emma had misunderstood my job as a club worker and was spreading rumors. The friend wanted to correct her but lost the timing due to her continuous talking. I hadn't cared much and had forgotten about it. Stop being so high and mighty, husband of a low-educated wife. You probably don't even have a decent job. I'm the one who runs a club. See, that's typical of low-educated people. My husband is a company executive. We're in a different class. Emma's boasting started again. I couldn't believe it. What is really going on in this person's head? I was stunned and couldn't say anything, but the conversation wasn't over yet. I had to explain properly for William's sake. All right, but it seems you've misunderstood, so let me correct you. I did work at night until recently, but not at a club. I was helping out at a nighttime daycare. They asked for help until they could find a replacement when an assistant suddenly quit. It's the daycare William used to attend when I helped at my husband's shop. What? Helping at your husband's shop means you're just a club girl after all. My husband intervened. No. She never worked at the shop. She helped with the accounting. She's good at it because she graduated from a commercial high school. She was a big help. I continued before Emma could start her rapid-fire talking again. I really wanted to give back to the daycare that helped us so much. By the way, everyone in the soccer team knows about my job. Really? That is... I don't care what you say about me, but please don't involve the children. All right, I was wrong. Emma seemed shocked that she was the only one who didn't know and apologized more easily than expected. What's going on? Turning around, there stood a man in a suit. Oh, you're home early today. It was Emma's husband. Was there a problem? He looked at us and seemed surprised, then said, I have work to bring home, excuse me, and went inside. My husband and I exchanged glances. After a moment of silence, I said firmly to Emma, Anyway, that's the situation. Please stop spreading strange rumors from now on. I was more nervous than when I had called her. My heart was racing, but it was nothing compared to what I felt for William. She still looked like she wanted to say something. However, my husband and I left Emma's house without paying her any more attention and got into the car. That was nerve-wracking, but I'm glad I spoke the truth. Thank you for coming with me. The thought of a one-on-one confrontation with Emma was terrifying. I was truly grateful to my husband for coming with me. It's fine. Let me know if anything else comes up. Yeah, at least this should clear up any misunderstandings. Emma might say something again, but we'll deal with it if that happens. 2 weeks passed. Today, there's a Saturday event at William's middle school. After a class visit, we can watch the club activities. William hasn't mentioned anything about school, so I feel relieved, but the thought of seeing Emma still weighs on me a bit. Olivia, shall we go watch the soccer club now? Yeah, let's go. My husband took the day off to join me. There were more dads than usual due to the Saturday visit. Hey, hello there, my husband greeted a man watching the soccer club. Hello, the man greeted back awkwardly, and there was Emma beside him. Ah, that's Emma's husband we met the other day. She looked displeased as she watched us. Come to think of it, she looked surprised last time we met. I wonder why. As if answering my thoughts, my husband started talking to Emma's husband. Thanks for always favoring our shop. Huh? What do you mean? You said you run a club, right? Yes, that's right. Edward, you come once a week and thank you for always asking for the same girl. What? Edward, what is this about? Emma glared at Edward while my husband added fuel to the fire. Always asking for the same girl, huh? It must be nice being an executive with so much money to spare. Please continue to patronize us. Are you spending money on a specific girl? Don't tell me you're cheating. No, it's not like that. It's for business entertainment. Don't lie to me. Once started, Emma wouldn't stop. The teacher, hearing the commotion, hurried over to intervene. Please stop. You're disturbing the club activities. We moved away from the scene, not wanting to get involved. The commotion didn't seem to be dying down. My husband smiled and gave me a thumbs up, but I was surprised that Emma's husband was a regular at my husband's shop. The world is indeed small. Afterwards, Emma became quite subdued at soccer club events. It's not surprising after her husband's club visits became known to many parents. In their public argument, she was embarrassed. No one would take her boasting seriously now, and she didn't seem to have the energy for it anymore. Friends who had suffered from Emma's behavior before were now able to focus on cheering. Everyone was prepared to endure until her son graduated, but peace came sooner, and I received thanks from them later. A friend told me about Emma's situation. There was a huge fight over her husband's club visits, and he left home. According to my husband, the club regular Edward has bought a high-rise apartment for one of the girls and is now staying at her place. A divorce seems inevitable, and I'm concerned about the future of their son, who is doing well in soccer. As for me, thanks to these peaceful days, the baby in my belly is doing well. I've started preparing for the birth little by little. My belly has grown quite a bit. You and your husband are so close it's enviable, my friends tease me, saying my husband supports me as much as he can, especially with the birth approaching. This experience has brought us even closer. The kind-hearted William will surely be a great big brother. I'll teach the baby soccer, he says, already excited. The thought of a new member joining our family fills me with anticipation. We're all looking forward to meeting you. I gently speak to the baby in my belly.